Hello, and welcome to this episode of Miniatures Rundown. I'm Mitchell, and today we're getting our first look at the pointed Knight Destrier. Weighing in at a cool 250 points, the Destrier easily fits between the armatures and the larger knights. The Destrier expands your army building options by either replacing a pair of armatures or replacing a larger knight and adding an armature to your bondsman. What does that 250 points get you? The Destrier gives unparalleled mobility to the super heavy walker. It starts with a 12-inch move, so armature speed, and adds the ram jets for an additional D3 every time it normal or advanced moves. If you plan on charging, you'll take a normal move from 13 to 15 inches. However, if you're just shooting, you'll take the advance for 14 to 21. Combined with the super heavy walker rule, you'll find yourself freely moving across the board through low terrain, and enemy units find the perfect position for an attack. Since this knight is built for speed, your ranged weapons are selected to exploit that capability. All ranged weapons have the assault ability. If built as a pure ranged platform, you're throwing out 12 strength 6 AP1 damage 2 shots from the Gatling cannon and 4 to 9 strength 7 AP1 damage 2 attacks with blast for even more. While your ranged weapons lack the strength to reliably hurt most vehicles, they do solid work against toughness 6 infantry and rip through frailer stuff. A little cheeky bonus, their saturation fire ability lets them ignore cover on units camping objectives. With the changes to objectives coming in 11th edition, that'll be the Destrier's utility. On the other hand, a melee-focused Destrier is the terror threatening even other knights. Your options are a Bellicous Reaper Sword and the Thunder Shock Spear. On strike with the Chainsword, you're making a total of 5 strength 12 attacks at AP3, damage D3 plus 3. The spear drops an attack, so down to 4, but they have the same profile and gain lance. Get that additional +1 to wound on the charge, you're looking at 2+ to wound on anything toughness 11 or less. For the sweep profile against rabble, a melee Destrier's Chainsword throws 10 attacks at strength 8 AP2 2 damage. Even regular marine equivalents fall apart under that. The Thundershock Spear attacks 8 times. The strength drops to 6, but you still have lance. Additionally, you're looking at an additional pip of AP for 3 total, making it more than a fair trade. While sadly you can't attack with both weapons if you forego ranged altogether, you do get another ability, Thunder Charge. Destriers carrying both a chainsword and a spear get 2 additional attacks on their melee weapon. Despite the name though, this is always available, not just on the charge. Okay, so that all sounds great, but what do you trade? First, your toughness is only 10. That is a big drop compared to the 11 and 12 found on the other knight chassis. With your new breakpoint at strength 10 and 20, you're just low enough to start sweating against railguns, wounding on a 3+, and a host of obscure strength 10. Next, other knights take 26 to 28 wounds to destroy. Destriers are 18. Remember that you're comparing this to a 400-point knight. You're bringing 3 Destriers for every 2 regular knights. Objective control is slightly lower, 8 to a larger knight's 10, so this isn't so bad. While lower, the Destrier can rapidly redeploy and doesn't suffer the large loss of ranged combat capability with an advanced move. A good trade in my opinion. Overall, while the Destrier doesn't replace the heavier knights, it certainly opens up your options. Treat it like the thoroughbred it is, and it will serve you well in your chosen role. If you watch to the end of the video, please honor the code Chivalric by liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell. Each deed increases the quality of our house's channel in the eyes of the wider Imperium. Thank you. Bye.